Hello everybody, welcome to the Coding Prodigy. Today we will be looking at if statements. So first of all, let's look at what an if statement is. An if statement is where you look at a condition like we saw with the equality operators that I showed you before, and then we say if it is true, then execute a command. An example of this would be as follows: password equals input, please put the password. And then we can say if the password is equal to 12345, the colon is important here. This colon right here is very important. And you see here, there are two equal signs, not one. We need these two equal signs for an if condition. Otherwise, the code will not execute properly. Now, we can do a print, access granted. Now, let's run this code. Press F5, Python file, and you can see, put the password, and if I say 123, then it will just return out of there without having any output. But if I run this again with F5 and I put 12345, then it says access granted, and then it returns. So that's a basic if statement. Let's look at another use case. In this use case, you can also use other equality operators. We will be saying if you are old enough to vote in this use case. So, if you see, age, which is the name of our variable which we will be assigning the user's input to, and then we're going to turn it into an integer. And so that is why we are saying int. And then this input part is important as well, as this asks the user for something. In our case, it will be how old you are. And remember to put two brackets because one is for the input and one is for the int. And then the same syntax. If age is greater than, and then 18. We learned these in the previous lesson, so if you haven't watched that lesson, I would advise you to do so. Now you can see I'm saying print, and I'm just saying you are old enough to vote. And then let's add another if statement to say if age is smaller than 18, then print you are too young to vote. And now, if we run this again with F5, then if I just bring this up a bit, how old are you? I'm going to say 13, which is my age, and it's going to say, sorry, you are too young to vote. If I press F5 once more, and I say 18, it's going to return, because that's the problem with our code. We're saying if it's greater than or if it's less than, but we haven't considered if it is equal to 18. And that's why we need to put an equal sign after 18. I have this feature on in VS Code which turns my equal signs into a nicely formatted symbol. But for you, if you haven't turned that setting on, it will show a greater than and then equal sign. So if we run this again with F5, now if you put 18, it says you are old enough to vote. However, if we put 25, for example, it also says you are old enough to vote, as it is greater than 18. Okay then, write in the comments if you have any queries, but other than that, that is it for this video. I hope you understood if statements with me today. See you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe to the Coding Prodigy. See you in the next video.